Hello everyone, and I'm going to show you how I prepare delicious buckwheat kasha. We call it kasha. It's Ukrainian traditional recipe, and it goes with vegetables, with meat, with poultry. It's very delicious dish if you cook it properly, and it's extremely popular in Ukraine and also Belarus, in Poland, and there are different types of buckwheat. I'm buying like it wasn't easy to find the one that it's not becoming like soggy, and I'm buying usually in fresh comb, and some buckwheats are coming from Ukraine, so I'm buying Ukrainian one, but also you can find some Canadian as well. So what do you need? If you cook for let's say 3-4 people, you need 2 cups of this grains. And first I wash it in a cold water. It's not necessary, but I prefer to wash it. Sometimes I change the water 2-3 times, depends on the quality of buckwheat. And then we have to add cold water. So it has to be approximately 1.5 centimeters of water on the top of your buckwheat, and you hardly can see, no more than 2 centimeters of half an inch, right? So then you put on a stove and you bring it to the boil. Meanwhile, when kasha is cooking, I take a medium size of onion. Yeah, you have a helper here. Hi, Nanook, you came to help me. Yeah, so I peel it and I chop it, and I'll show you next. And I preheat the pan. I add some oil. Here I use sunflower, virgin sunflower oil, but it's Ukrainian tradition. But you can add any type of oil, and also butter. If we have enough butter in Ukraine, we try to fry this beautiful onion until it gets like brown golden color. So here's my buckwheat is boiling, so I have to reduce the heat to minimum one, so it has to kind of be on a lowest level of cooking. So at this time we can add some butter to kasha. Why butter? Because I prefer to have every grain separated. I don't want to have a soggy kasha. I want to have something like rice, like when every grain is separated. So I usually add this amount of butter. Kasha likes a lot of butter, a lot, but you can add some oil. Again, you use oil here. So if you don't want, if you don't like too much oil, then you don't put too much butter or oil. And I mix here, and I will add some salt later, because the butter is salty, so you have to be careful with amount of salt you add in, and I'll show you later. So follow this video. And my pea soup is cooking. Yeah, nice. I'll be adding some ham, but a little bit later, and I will add some butter, but it's another video, it's another recipe. So subscribe to my channel, follow my videos and watch my videos. And I forgot to tell you that you have to cover when the kasha is cooking, because it preserves more water, more liquid, and you need liquid for grains to become bigger, right? So you don't want to have uncooked grains. And in a few minutes I will be making cutlets, so I'll share my recipe of cutlets in another video. So this is how I make dinner. So we have soup, we have kasha, we have meat, and we're gonna have some sweet stuff. As you can see, kasha is getting bigger in volume, and here the color of onion becomes like golden, which is perfect. Yeah, a little bit more, and I'll be adding to my kasha. At this time you can add some salt, and be careful if you use like salted butter, let's say. Yeah, and I use this Vegeta original one. I like Vegeta, and it's all ingredients quite natural. And instead of salt, I'm adding usually 1 teaspoon of Vegeta into this amount of kasha. So now the onion is beautiful brown, or they call golden color. I don't know why they call golden color. So I'm adding to my kasha. And you have to mix very well. Okay, and since that moment you cook on a very low level of heat, like very low. You cook for another 15 minutes. This kasha usually needs approximately 30 minutes to be ready. That's why I like it, and the taste is the same like we use original buckwheat in the past. Yeah, so now it's cooking. So we leave it for 15 minutes. So if you see, the kasha is almost ready. Probably 5 more minutes, and look at this beautiful grains. Yeah, so the water almost gone, I mean the liquid, but I still keep for 5 minutes on a very low level of heating. So guys, how do you like my soup?
Very good. Waiting for it to cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you, Nanook? You're not gonna get any soup.
The same things. It smells good.
Yeah. Here we have a delicious buckwheat with cutlets. Yeah. Yeah. Bon appetit. My friend said for professional display I need to put some greens and decorate it. So look how it's delicious. Looks delicious. Yeah, and I'm so happy. So I have cutlets and buckwheat, traditional Ukrainian meal. Bon appetit to me.